bouncing from the other side where Logan says he's the visual guy and I'm the actor guy, I have to say, I think that the relationship between the director and the cinematographer is so critically important. And I really love the shots where you set it up to where you can feel what the characters are feeling. You're in that, and that's a very specific mix between wide shots and close shots, and how you're framing them, and how for the audience to feel it without ever realizing that why are they feeling it, right? And so anytime I see a director and a cinematographer able to capture that, like, holy crap, I'm nervous right now. Why am I nervous? You don't even know why you're nervous, but it's because of the way the shot just moved and you feel like you're there with them. Yeah. And I love that, and I think that you did a brilliant job with that. So talk a little bit about that too, about how you set up your dynamic and your relationship between you and the director, because I think it's so critically important for the two to be on the same page with what they visually see, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the dynamic, like, this director, Will Gluck, he's brilliant. He's an incredible filmmaker. He's a very smart guy. So, when I met him at first, it was just about trying to get inside of his head and understand, how he sees these characters developing. Because a film, you need to have that character development. You need to propel the story forward. And the actors obviously do that, and it's my job to help sell that idea visually. I mean, what he wanted to do, and I think it worked very well, is connect the actors together by shooting over their shoulders and just always try and see that connection between the two. Even if you're shooting a close-up of Glenn, we're always like over Sydney Sweeney's shoulder, just so they're always like connected. But sometimes that over the shoulder is a little bit wider, so they're both in shot, but they're further apart. So we played a lot with that. Also uses of wider lenses, longer lenses, just to help isolate them from the background a bit more. The longer lens with less depth of field will really separate them from the background, so that what they're saying becomes so much more powerful, more relevant. There's very little background image to kind of distract from the words. It's kind of things like that. I mean, sometimes we wanted the lighting to be moodier in the background, so it would just fall off completely. Or other times, we could kind of lift the mood with the lighting and make it feel sunnier and warmer and friendlier, and that would reflect what the actors were saying. So a combination of lenses and camera position and lighting, from my perspective, was what I was using to help propel that story.
Brilliant.
But that a lot of that also, I mean, we speak about it in pre-production, and we go into it with a plan. The specifics of the plan often changes once the actors get in the room, and the director, when you look at the location, and they have some ideas, and it kind of evolves.
Right.
So it's good to have a plan, but it's also important to be able to deviate from that plan and be a bit more spontaneous,
And that's where that news cameraman experience comes in.
Yeah, exactly. You may end up being in a position where the sun's blasting through the window, and it's like, wow, that's perfect. We'll put them next to the window, and they can get the sun, and it's bleeding beautifully. It's backlighting their hair. It's like it's happening naturally. Sometimes you like that, and sometimes you want to avoid it. It's good just to stay open to to the changes that happen prior to the shoot.